The USBA Featherweight Championship. Angel Nito Vasquez will defend his title. This will be the first defense of his crown. He takes on veteran Max Gomez, the pro. It's way back in 1989. Let's take a closer look at the combatants in tonight's main event here on Friday Night Fights. He is no longer boxing's best-kept secret. Angel Vasquez of Hartford, Connecticut is on a roll. After putting some managerial problems behind him several years ago, Vasquez is 20-0. He has 16 knockouts and ranked third by the IBF in the featherweight division. Vasquez, for the second time in his career, won the USBA title here on Friday Night Fights back in April, where he dominated Bernard Harris through 12 rounds. Vasquez would put on the championship belt for the second time in his career. Vasquez last appeared here on Friday Night Fights in May as he took on Jose Pantaleon, and he left nothing to chance. Vasquez jumped on him in round one and finished Pantaleon off in round number 2 to successfully defend his title. Third in the IBF and ranked in the top 10 by the IBF and the WBA, Angel Vasquez says he'll fight any of the reigning world champions, including Prince Nassim Hamed.
I was hoping to fight him in August, but he had a choice of fighting me and somebody else, and he chose for somebody else even though he was offered more, from what I understand. But if he's any kind of a champion, so quit hiding from me and let people know who the real featherweight champion is.
Vasquez faces a stiff test tonight in 34-year-old veteran Max Gomez from Denver. Gomez has 24 professional wins, and he has 13 knockouts in his career. Max is a very tough competitor, never ducking a stiff challenge and going into people's backyard. One of his more impressive wins in the last year and a half came in January of '99 in New Mexico. He took on Roberto Villarreal, and Max scored a 5th-round stoppage. In fact, Gomez was head over heels with his performance. Max feels that at this point in his career, he is ready for one more run at a title. Let's face it, he has been in against all kinds of competition. Maxed out, you might say. Look at some of the names that he squared off against, but he feels that after 11 years in the ring, he's ready for a title shot.
I feel this is the time of my career where I needed, to shine. And this is the fight I've been waiting for a good exposure fight. Somebody good like him for a big upset, so I feel I'm mentally and physically ready for this fight.
So the story is set. The wily veteran and the young hot prospect. How does it shake out?
I respect Max Gomez because he's a fighter just like I am, but I'm a dedicated professional. I maintain myself in tremendous condition. I have a big hunger to get to the top, and I'm not going to let him beat me no way, no how.
I just take it as it, as it goes, as the fight goes on. He hits me, I hit him twice. He hits me twice, I hit him 4 times.
Max Gomez, 6 of his 10 losses by split or majority decision. He is always in a tough bout. Angel Vasquez, on the other hand, 6 first-round knockouts in his career. Let's find out about the strategy in Atlas's world.
Offensively, Angel Vasquez has the advantage in every category, and it's not because Max Gomez is a bad fighter. Vasquez is that good. He's got speed, power, and confidence. And he has the force on his side. But he must not look for that one KO punch, but rather put his punches together in combinations. That way he can do damage instead of waiting for a punch that may not come. And since Gomez has a solid chin and has never been stopped, it's key that Vasquez go to the body. Crushing blows to the ribcage will take their toll and could end Gomez's night. If Vasquez sees that he has hurt his opponent, Angel turns into the devil. Like most great punchers, he has that instinct to know when he can jump in to finish off his opponent. Defensively, Vasquez does everything fundamentally correct. Max's only advantage is that he's fought the better competition, and although he's been flawed, he's never been stopped. Max's chances can come when he moves his head and bends low to avoid Angel's punches. As he likes to switch from orthodox to southpaw, he'll come out of the bend and try to catch Vasquez with an unexpected right hook. This constant bending will allow him to get close to Vasquez. When he gets there, he'll try to work the body, but he must keep moving his head. The intangibles. Gomez has never been KO'd. Can Vasquez send a message to all the other featherweights? Gomez has scar tissue around his eyes. Will cuts open up from Vasquez's punches? And finally, will Gomez switching from righty to lefty confuse Vasquez and frustrate him?
There's Mad Max Gomez, 34 years of age, weighed in at 125.5 pounds. Professional record 24-10-1, 13 knockouts. Coming off a split decision loss to David Vasquez for the vacant NABF featherweight championship. He won the NABF title against Jorge Reyes, but they took the title away. They made it a no decision because he tested positive. He was on medication with antihistamines. He wound up being able to keep the belt. After the second test, they had lost the drug sample. They ordered him to fight for the NABF title against Vasquez, and he lost that split decision. Angel Vasquez, on the other hand, is coming off a big win, 31 years of age, 126 pounds. He had to lose a pound yesterday at the weigh-in, 20-0 with 16 knockouts. His last 5 opponents coming off the win against Jose Pantaleon. He won the vacant USBA title here on Friday Night Fights against Bernard Harris in a solid performance. And his opponents have a win percentage of 65%. In fact, Teddy, during the weigh-in yesterday, when Vasquez had to lose the point, Gomez had already weighed in. And he was eating at the buffet right there, saying, "I'll have seconds," while Vasquez was trying to lose the weight. Not nice. Rules unified for this USBA featherweight championship. No 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count. Fighter cannot be saved with a bell in any round. Accidental cut, they'll go to the scorecard after 4 rounds are complete. How about that gamesmanship? Angel's trying to lose weight, and the other guy's eating.
Well, now it's up to Vasquez to make him pay for that.
Gomez has been in against everyone. Talk about that split decision loss to David Vasquez in his last fight. He says he was not there 100% mentally or physically. His older brother had just died, and his mother was very sick in the hospital. She's doing fine now. And Gomez says you don't have to be 100% physically all the time, but if you're not there mentally, close to 100%, you can't win in this game. Knockout ratio 80% for Vasquez, all coming within the first 6 rounds.
You see here is Gomez, even though he's been durable, he has been on the floor several times in his career. And anybody that can be put on the floor, Vasquez can probably keep him there, because he has that kind of born natural power.
Gomez with that lunging style, and he's already cut on the nose. We have not even had 1 minute of action.
He comes forward, and Vasquez throws sharp punches. Real sharp, slicing punches.
Last time we saw Gomez here on ESPN2 back in '96 in Pennsylvania, Bushville, Pennsylvania, lost a 12-round decision to Frankie Toledo. He's been in against Junior Jones, Rudy Zavala, Agapito Sanchez, David Santos, Jesse Magana.
That's a bad cut. Even though it's not around the eyes, where you usually think about damage, you think around the eyes. But it's right on the bridges of the nose. Straight across, about an inch long.
Jimmy Montoya, his trainer, will handle the cut as well.
And that's a spot that obviously gets hit a lot. So the cut can grow, get worse.
Vasquez thought he would get a date with the Prince in August, but the Prince is looking elsewhere.
Vasquez is a good fighter. You know he's a good puncher, but he's a good fighter. Fast hands, knows how to fight. Technically solid. And he's fairly versatile. He can box.
Hey, the thing I like about him, every time we've talked with him recently, since he's gotten his managerial problems out of the way, you know, he obviously talks about the Prince, and everyone at junior feather or featherweight talks about the Prince because it's big money. But he says, hey, if I don't get the Prince, give me Norwood, give me Espada, give me Engel, give me if any of these champions are for real, they won't worry about my power, and they'll challenge me. So he just wants a belt. He says the money will take care of itself.
And the best thing he has going for him, of course, as far as one natural asset, is the power. But to me, the most important thing is that he can fight. He puts punches together. He's technically sound. He's defensively solid. He can adjust. He can come forward. He can box. If he could just punch,